we say?
Welcome to Glowing Hour. We're not even drunk, dude.
I know. Welcome to Glowing Hour.
Howdy.
That sounded stupid.
Welcome to Glowing Hour.
Welcome to Glowing Hour. Today we're having a mocktail because your girl is on the verge of depression. And if you haven't listened to that episode about depression, we never even talked about that. But like, alcohol doesn't always make that good,
Right.
or better. And I don't really want to risk it. I mean,
probably never does it make it better.
No,
I don't think in any case it's like you should try that.
You're right. But I'm being in my healing era lately. Whatever. And I'm being aware of when I don't need to drink, which
Period.
I've even been thinking like, should I do like 75 hard, but just like the drinking part,
Dude, I'm dead.
and like the reading part, like literally dissecting.
Yeah,
75
you
hard.
can't do that. You could do 75 like
think-
soft or something. What's it called?
Yeah, like 2 fucking 45-minute workouts. Who has time for that?
One indoor, one outdoor.
Are you a bodybuilder?
Dude, my cousins do it.
I know.
Multiple times.
I know.
It's
Veronica
insane.
does it all. I don't understand. How do you make the time, girl? Anyway, I'm sure there is time. I just don't have it, or I don't think I do. And
Fair.
yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at. So we're having a mocktail.
Long story about why we're having a mocktail today, but it's very good context.
So anyway,
Let's try it. Let's see if we did good. Oh,
she's cute.
okay. Well, it doesn't help that I don't know what the tea tasted like originally.
It was chamomile, mint, elderberry, and
I think
some Indian spice. I don't remember what it was.
Ooh, you're right.
But so we used this tea. Well,
From
maybe,
Dona. I would absolutely love if you guys sponsored this video.
honestly, a vibe. But anyways, it's delicious.
Yes.
And we just added a little agave, some ice, and splashed some coconut milk in there.
Yep.
Because that just makes the
It's
cocktail
really
fun.
refreshing.
It's super refreshing, I think. Oh, and topped off with mint.
Correct. A little garnish.
A little garnish.
Make
even
it
though
feel
the
like a
tea is
cocktail.
minty enough.
Yeah, definitely. But
But it's so good.
anyways, today's episode is honestly just not a life update because that's doing too much, but just whatever feels relevant to talk about right now. And I think the number one thing is Mel's car accidents. It's literally unfathomable.
I don't know what's going on. So if like you have any idea if this has happened to you or anyone you know,
Ooh.
I genuinely feel like there's like
Don't say a curse.
no, actually though.
No.
Well, I was gonna say like something's going on with me energetically, which is probably like that vibe is going
Well,
into
that could
curse.
be true, but not
But
because of that.
I had, you know how we used to get those texts of like send this to 10 people or else or whatever. Anyway,
It's all catching up to you. Or else you're not a bad bitch. The universe is like, you ain't a bad bitch.
My haters won't, they're looking for my downfall, but it's not gonna happen. Anyway,
Still won't.
no, but like this TikTok of like similar vibe came up where it was like this sound. It was like a sound that was going on. It was like somebody has like a hoax on, a curse on you or a hoax on you, and like you need to clear this energy out. Use this audio. It's like I'm not gonna even like risk this shit. I'm gonna use this. It says,
And you posted it?
no, it says even use it privately. That's okay.
I'm dead. You said I'm not taking any fucking chances.
I said
draft it. No, you gotta post it, but privately. You didn't do it yet?
I didn't do it. Oh no. It's in my drafts. I'll post it.
Yeah, literally post it to your friends only.
And then I went to the comments and someone said like, so they kept commenting free. And then someone said,
What?
I like free me of this.
Oh.
Someone commented free and then it said like something sweet like I just really want to have an easier time or something, and the person who posted it commented
No.
and they were like sorry they had said something like follow this page or you're gonna have bad luck.
Oh my god, they're just a troll.
I'm not gonna comment.
You said that one? That's too much.
They're gonna come for me.
Dude, you
but-
said you're the one putting the curses out, aren't you, Miss
Literally.
TikTok?
So anyway,
Wow.
Going back to the original story.
Car accidents.
So in the last 3 months, also I don't know if legally I should be saying these things. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
If you don't accept it and don't claim it, it's not real.
It's not real. In the last 3 months, I've been in like 5 car accidents, none of which are my fault, which is like, I think, beyond me. Like, of course, if I'm
like,
fucking
the
up,
odds are one had to be like,
one of them should have been me. And I swear to God, all my life, none of them were my fault. But anyway, it started back.
I don't even remember the other ones.
I'll tell you them right now.
Okay, period.
It started back in like, I think July. Logan and I had gone like shopping, and we like went to IKEA and a bunch of other places. We were in Pasadena too, and then we were coming home. I was like, remember the 10 exit going to my last apartment?
Yeah.
So we were at that exit. You know how there was a stop sign?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
So that was the first one where he like literally, it was this big ass truck just like literally rammed me quickly but softly, but at the same time it kind of hurt.
But he's big.
So it hurt.
For reference, you drive
I drive a Toyota Camry.
Right.
She's a slay. Her name is No Name. Maybe Logan's like, maybe
this is all like
Logan's like, maybe that's why you keep, because she doesn't have a name. I was like, her name is No Name. She's named after a fucking rapper, an artist. Anyway,
but you've had this car since high school,
college, first year of college.
That's a long time for
No Name,
and like for it to be well.
Right.
No Name was well.
She's 2015 girl. She's living.
She's 8 years old.
She's almost 10.
She's done good things.
Yeah.
And it's none of this is her fault either.
Me and her have been through so many things. So
I
love her. Anyway, so that happened. That was the first accident. The second accident was quite literally so traumatic. We had just moved into this house, and it was literally moving day. I went to go grab soap, got in an accident. I think I probably talked about it already. She hit my front bumper, like front wheel, like driver wheel. My car like drove really weird. It had to get towed, and I thought it was totaled, and it's not. She's going strong. And then
wait, you fixed the trunk?
I'm missing one actually.
Did you fix the trunk after the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got her back, and then a week later,
yeah,
got into this other accident. So that was the back. Now it's the front. Got her fixed.
Which one are you forgetting?
I'm actually forgetting one way before that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It was in Logan's car. We were on the freeway, and like somebody just literally hit us from the back.
Stop and go traffic.
So that was and we're at 3 now. Okay. And then so my car's completely fixed at this point. And then Logan and I are driving on the freeway. Logan's driving, and some guy just comes and rams us from the back again in stop and go traffic. Literally, both of us are such safe drivers that we don't get too close to cars. We don't like suddenly slam our brakes.
You don't hit the car in front of you in the stop and go, so it's clear you guys are cautious.
Yeah, and like so he rams us. Literally, we stopped by a police officer because he pulled somebody over. So it was just like weird. It was a weird vibe. And then I'm like shaken up about that. I kind of really brushed that one off. I was like, I can't believe that happened again. I was so scared to tell like my parents about it, because I was like,
oh my God,
they're gonna think I'm a terrible fucking driver. No, I did tell them. And then I go to work the other day, and
you haven't told me the story of this yet, actually.
I literally am just driving to work. I get on like the 5 freeway that like also has like the 10 ramp. And right before I get to the 10 ramp, I'm like merging over, and I see like this slit in between 2 semis, and I was like, I'm gonna make that cut in, because 2 semis don't really get close to each other because they're fucking scared to hit people. And I'm sitting there in between them. My butt is a little out, like on this lane, on the left lane, and I'm like so terrified to get hit, and I'm like thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna get hit. And then come to fucking find out, instead the fucking semi from the front just starts to roll back. And I'm like honking, because like I'm like, you're gonna hit me, and he like hits me.
What?
And then he just drives forward.
I mean, semis, it's hard because they're not oblivious to the world, but they're so big they just don't feel anything.
Yeah. So then I'm like, oh hell no, and I'm like trying to drive up to pull up next to him to tell him that he just fucking hit me, because I'm like so shaken up. This is like my 6th fucking accident.
But you're so little.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
He can't see you, right?
I don't understand. Yeah, no. And then like I'm just honking, and then like he fucking stops the car in the middle of the fucking freeway, and I'm like, keep driving. First of all,
you said, wait a minute, stop.
And he like rolls down his window. He can't hear me. He opens the door, and he's like, what? And I'm like, you just fucking hit me. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you just backed up into me. What the fuck? And then he's just like, what? And I was like, you need to pull over. And so we pull over, and then he's like, what happened? And I was like, you just hit you rolled back into me, like, or I was like, you went backwards and you hit me. And he was like, oh, I must have like let go of the clutch and it rolled back and I like didn't see you. He's like, and I was like, I was honking at you for so long. He's like, I can't hear you, it's a big car. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. And then he's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't, like, are you okay? And I was like, it's fine, can you just give me your information? At that point, like, I'm so over dealing with like insurance and just I was like, I just want it in case that I do want to go forward with this. Like, I don't really give a fuck anymore.
Did you see your car already, like the damage?
Yeah, like I had got off. It's a small scratch, but I had just fixed my fucking bumper. I'm so annoyed that like it's, first of all, now it's the front and back again that are like fucked up. First from the Logan's like accident, now from mine. And I'm just like annoyed, and I'm like, I'm first being like kind, and then I was like, can you just go get your information? Like, I'm just gonna need to see it. And then he like leaves, and I'm thinking he's getting that, but instead he picks up a stick, and then he comes back.
Excuse me?
And he's like measuring my fucking car to basically see if it matches up to where he would hit me with his back shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, it doesn't even make sense. I didn't even fucking hit you. Like, this makes no sense. My car doesn't even like, it doesn't line up. And I'm like, you rolled back into me. You literally hit me. I was honking for so long.
Cams. You need one of those dash cams.
I know at this point.
Yeah.
And he just like, then he flips it on me. He's like, well, maybe you just went forward and you were on your phone. Oh. And I was like, we're not fucking doing that. We're not doing that. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, we're not doing that. I was like, he's like, I need to see information. And I was like, we're not doing that. Like, can we not? Like, that's not. And he's just like, I don't think I hit you. And I was like, whatever, then fuck off. Like, I'm just gonna leave. And then he's like, okay. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, you're literally trying to just then blame me for this big ass fucking truck that you just hit me with. It could have been a lot worse. And I'm like, so grateful for that. But like, for you to just like literally invalid, like when you clearly don't even know how you were driving versus a small ass little car. Like, I'm just trying to think
like why he like, is it like a work thing? Like,
maybe
like he doesn't I don't know. I mean, not to say like he should obviously not do that, but like what, like measuring with a stick also, of all the things you could do,
it's
wouldn't
like
you just take photos, just deal with it, and then let insurance figure it out?
But like, he was just being so weird about it, and I was like, okay, I'm like, I'm so sick and tired of like dealing with people. So yeah, then that just sent me for a spiral. But anyway, I Florida watered my car.
You Florida watered your car?
Yeah, I like sprayed her with Florida water.
I mean, I will say she's kept you safe.
She's kept me safe, and I'm so grateful for that.
All of these things, minus the one in Logan's car, she's kept you safe.
Yeah.
So for that, we do love that for her.
But it's just like the energy's weird. Something's off. And then like Logan, like, I'm gonna ask so I got an astrology reading not too long ago, and I forgot to ask her about that because at that point, like, I was like, oh, I'm fine, like, not a lot of accidents. It was like 3.
You're like, is there a reason for this? Can you explain? Can the stars at least tell me why?
I know that this is gonna point to something, but I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck this means.
Like, you think it's too many for it to just be a coincidence?
Absolutely, don't you? Like,
I mean, I just am at a loss. Like, I just like, the only other person I've ever known to get in a lot of accidents was my ex, and he was a fucking terrible driver. Like, he would drive too fast. He was annoying. He was the worst. So like, it made sense. To be fair, I mean, like, a couple of the times weren't even his fault, but like, I'm like, but you drive terrible. So like, that's like, it's your karma.
Yeah. Also, but like, somebody can't react quickly to somebody driving like shit, you know?
Right, yeah.
But I'm like driving normal all these fucking times. Like, all of the times I'm just driving as it should be.
Like, people of LA, this is a PSA. Get it together.
I'm just anxious to this point where I'm like, is this going to lead to something bigger of an accident? Don't think that. And I don't want to think that, but it's just like, I'm so scared to even be in my car at this point. But yeah. That's why I'm
that's
at.
Fair. I feel like the only other like tangible experience I have with someone with like car trauma is when my cousin got in an accident.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine getting back in a car, like what that experience is like. So even on this level of like you being okay and just feeling like something's just off. Is it like as simple as not claiming that energy? Like, I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know.
But I'm not like, maybe I am though. Because like right before it even happened, I was like thinking like I keep having images of me getting like rammed from the back, or like me like literally sandwiching my car into things, and I'm just like, it's not like I think it's just like out of fear, and like every time though that it happens, I'm like, let it go, like it's not gonna happen, you're fucking safe, it's fine. But then like the actual accident happens, and I'm like, it's not like as bad as my brain, but like,
do you like let it go on the times where you actually get in an accident? Or are you like, you know what, fine, let it just, you're fine?
No, I'm just like freaking out.
But like also you can't manifest bad things like that. That's just not real. We've talked about that. And it just doesn't seem fair to think that that's real, because it's fear and intrusive thoughts.
But genuinely, I think it's just like a wake-up call in some form. Like that's what accidents mean spiritually. It's like a wake-up call to something. And I think it's genuinely just me like needing to, it's like maybe the universe forcing me to have like more faith, because like I right now am lacking a lot of that. And it's like, well, what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Besides like go back to trying to be more like aligned with yourself. Because like I think in that moment I could have maybe instead said, you're safe, you're so like protected, you're okay, and like everything is working for your good. But instead I'm asking like, why the fuck me? Like why me again?
Like once it happens.
Yeah. So it's like maybe I have not learned like the karmic lesson there of like when bad things happen to you, it's not because they're happening like to you, but something better is like supposed to be emerging.
Rejections, redirection.
Like fuck off. But for real, like I think that's maybe like mainly the message. But anyway, that's my current sob story.
I mean, I agree though. I feel like it's so much easier said than done to just like, when something fucking annoying and awful happens, to be like, you know what, I'm gonna shift this to be positive, because you're fucking annoyed and you know it's gonna be a headache or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that part gets to you. But then like my computer broke, right? My computer broke, I don't know, 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god. And well, she didn't actually break. If you put a flashlight to her, you can see everything on the screen.
If you have a handy dandy flashlight as well, you can still use that bitch. You need 3 hands though if you need 2 hands on the computer. So
let me
just saying.
We were trying to find some footage from the podcast.
Yeah.
And I get this video from Sam where she's literally like pointing the camera up at herself and her computer. And then in the other hand, she has the flashlight. And she's like, look, I found out you can see the screen. It's just like the light's not on in the screen. And I'm like, girl.
I look really bad in that video, but maybe we'll show you.
I was just like, first of all, how did you find this out? You fucking
I'll tell you. So my computer broke like 2 weeks ago, which I knew it was on the verge, because like when I closed my screen, every once in a while, like if I tilted it at the right angle, it would just go black, and I was like, oh, love that. I didn't really think it was like gonna go on me though. Like I don't know why, I just was like, no, she's still got some time in her. Also my display didn't, like the brightness didn't work anymore. Like I couldn't use the buttons to turn it up and down.
The sound didn't work for a while.
The sound was giving me problems, lots of issues. But I was like, you know what? I've had her a long time, and she gave me issues when I first got her in 2017.
God, I remember that.
And it was brand new. I was so pissed. First day of class with her, just turned off. I was like, Mel, you're not gonna believe this. Look at this shit. I was so pissed. Anyways, so it's been a journey with her. Love my computer. And anyways, one day she finally just never, the black screen never turned back on, and I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. I don't know what the fuck to do now. And I was like, well, I guess she died. I guess I need a new computer. I just kind of accepted it. Also, I did have a slow transition into that, so maybe that's why I wasn't so pissed or like upset about it. I was like, I'm getting a new computer, and that's fucking sick. It was like stressful to think about the money and like just forking it over, because I was using my sister-in-law works for Apple, so she had to
Slay.
I know, dude, such a slay. This is the first time she's worked there for quite a while, and this is the first time I've been able to use the discount. And it was well worth it. But you have to pay in full. You can't do monthly payments, unfortunately. So I was like, whatever, it's worth it. I'm saving a good chunk of change. Credit card, here we go. And yeah, so as I'm waiting for the computer to come in, which also Wells Fargo flagged the fucking transaction, and I was like, because I don't spend money like that. They're like, the fuck is this? So that freaking delayed things. Anyways, so I'm like borrowing Mel and Logan's computer to edit, and I'm like, okay, I'm realizing I don't have I think the audio files or something. And I was like, but they're on my computer. And I was like, and it works. Like, it's on. I like when I press the buttons, it like, right? And I was sitting there like trying to like look at it, and I was sitting with like a window facing my computer, and I saw like the reflection of my window, and I was like, wait a damn minute. So then I got my iPhone out and I put a flashlight, and I was like, oh, I can see the screen. Well, also prior to that, I was trying to like screen mirror or whatever from the computer that was working just fine to mine so that I could like see the screen, but I needed a cord that I didn't have, so I was like, fuck. So I got my phone out, I'm lighting her up, and I could see very little. I was like, okay, I need a bigger light. So then I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, maybe just like the ceiling light didn't work. So then I'm like irritated. I'm like, Mom, where is the flashlight? You're telling me we don't have a flashlight in this house? Like, I'm getting so annoyed. And she's like, it's probably in there. It was in there. Exactly where she knew. And it was miraculous. It worked. It looked like a piece of paper. It was very weird. Like the screen, when it's not using light to light itself up, very peculiar.
It is weird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You were saying something though.
My
about
point.
The story.
Before the story?
Yeah, like about the fact.
My point was just like, instead of being like, I mean,
upset.
I was upset when I needed the files,
but besides
and I couldn't figure it out. But aside from that,
you were accepting this new.
I was accepting this new reality for myself. Like, you're buying a new computer.
But see, like, for me, what is that reality?
I know it's confusing because you're like, what is the next thing? Well, you kind of decided for yourself what it is. It's the karmic lesson of it all.
Yeah, I guess that's it, right?
Yeah. I mean, what you literally can't, you're never going to have like an exact, like, this happened because,
I got questions from my astrologer because she had said like the month of October is going to be.
You said we got 2 weeks left. What's going on?
Eye-opening.
She said eye-opening?
Well, she said like I'm going to discover some things about myself that will be useful for like future me, like in, because she basically told me that 2025, we can go into that in depth, but like 2025 is going to be like an amazing year for me,
period.
At the end of 2024, apparently, like I'm going to come into the thing that I'm like supposed to be like focusing on, and that will bring me joy and like finances and blah blah blah, whatever.
You said, and I'll finally be fucking happy.
And she literally, she was like, she's like, I know a lot of people, like when I tell them things like this about the future, like they always ask me like, why are you telling me this if it's so far away? And I was like, no, tell me please, because I need something to look forward to. And she was like, I just want you to like know that you're gonna be okay and whatever. But she told me that October was gonna be quite a thing for me to like come to and find out. But I'm gonna be like, were you talking about fucking accidents?
Well, girl, she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know.
But I do want to ask her, like, if there's something within my chart that we didn't discuss about
cars,
about car accidents and what that might mean, or if she like knows like the spiritual meaning, or like
don't even
whatever.
say that. Just let her. I
don't even know what the question is though. Like, hey, why in my chart I've been getting into a lot of accidents. What's that about in my chart?
No, don't even tell her you got in accidents. Just be like, so you talked about October being like really whatever. Was it like positive things happening that made me feel
she alluded to positive, yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm like, that wasn't very positive.
Teacher, I have questions. That was not positive.
Literally,
those are negatives. Don't you know the difference?
God, yeah. Spiritually aligning right now is difficult.
I mean,
be
like,
honest,
positive in the long run.
I feel too human. You know what I mean? At the moment, like I feel disgustingly.
I've been feeling really human lately.
I feel disgustingly human.
honestly, this whole year has been very humanizing.
Disgusting. Well,
Beautiful though.
not
We're
mine.
alive.
Yeah.
We're alive.
I don't think I'm grateful enough to be alive lately.
Okay.
The PMDD kicks in.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you inherently have to be like positive and manifesting and blah 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 to deserve things. You being you is enough.
Totally.
It's literally the opposite of what you just said about yourself.
But I don't feel grateful to be alive. You know what I mean? Lately.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like constantly like,
no,
this is great. Right now I'm like, no, this really fucking sucks.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Because you're acknowledging it. And I feel like that's the key of like, no one's saying that you have to always be happy, grateful, all the positive things. Feeling the bad things is necessary. We were just talking about how boredom is necessary.
I was going to say, boredom is necessary. Pain is necessary.
Disgusting. Hate her.
Rock bottom. In my rock bottom era.
Honestly,
it's only up from here, right? So
yeah,
or real down, I guess you're still going up if that happens.
It could for sure get worse,
but it might be better. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's gonna get worse though. I don't think you even believe that inherently, that it could even get worse.
I keep thinking that,
then
I keep getting into an accident.
Could get worse, but also you've been safe, and you don't have to fucking fix your car each time. You know, there's good things to see.
Like it's still drivable,
right?
Which she's doing good.
There is.
It's just like the emotional like pain of the other accidents and like the unnecessary like. It's not unnecessary, but like the things that I had to do get it fixed and like the emotional labor of it all. Maybe I'm just like complaining.
It just is exhausting.
But it's just exhausting, and like having to think about doing that again is like too much. I'm just like, fuck off.
Literally.
I don't want to deal with it. I literally like left, and Logan was like, "Did you get his stuff?" Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, he didn't want to give it to me, and he started blaming me about it, so I left. And honestly, I don't want to do anything about it. I didn't even think I was going to do anything about it when I stopped him, so I don't even know why the fuck I did that, and I upset myself even more. But like, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything about it. I'd rather fucking figure out how to pay for it myself, but at the same time, got no money to pay for it, so then I spiral into that.
And you don't even need to fix it, though. That's the best part. Like, now that I'm going to own my car, that dent on the front, I don't give a fuck.
She's just a dent.
I literally was so like, oh my god, I have to turn in my car, and then I have to I don't care anymore. I mean, like, eventually if I want to sell, right, future me's problem, right?
Yeah.
Today,
future you problem.
I don't care.
Yeah, I've kind of accepted that, like, no one's gonna buy my car from me, so I'm just gonna ride her till she's done, you know what I mean?
Ride her till she's done. She's a ride or die.
She's literally a ride or die. That bitch is going on, though.
I mean,
so
I think it's fair I think anyone would be exhausted after 2, let alone 3 in this short period of time. 4,
maybe 6 times the charm, you know?
I'm pretty sure the saying is third times the charm.
Well, maybe double this time. I don't know.
Maybe it's I don't know. I was gonna make like a gambling joke, but I don't know anything about gambling.
What?
I was gonna say it's like roulette, but I don't think that makes sense.
No, I don't think that's the right context.
I
but
don't think
we
so
tried.
Either. I tried to be a gambling girly. Yeah, I think since there's nothing you can literally do about it or like get any answers for, just being as positive as you can about it.
Just vibe here.
Just being future oriented.
I think I need to be bored yet again. Like, I think it's just like I need to be bored because right now I'm just upset.
Maybe it's like you're in that car too much. Stop having plans.
Yeah. I'm home a lot.
I don't know if that's accurate, but
I don't know.
Maybe it's saying
passenger
princess.
Maybe it's saying take a walk.
Take a walk.
Take the metro, girl. Explore public transportation
safely.
Yeah.
With your phone, which we discussed not doing your phone too, but
right. But I'm not there yet. So.
We're not. Yeah. So it's fine.
God, there's so much going on. Anything else that we like have been going through?
Oh my god, so much, but I'm not gonna share.
The link to our Patreon.
Yeah, dead ass.
If y'all want to know,
if y'all want to know how I really feel,
if y'all really want to know the in-depth
But there's also just some
me
things...
starting an OnlyFans, just crying, talking about the bad things that happened
You
to
said,
me.
listen, people got crying kinks probably.
No, they do.
But
people do have crying kinks. It's mostly men who hate women, I'm sure. But that's okay.
Just make some hard.
I'll make some hard money for your hard stuff, you know?
Yeah.
If anyone's interested.
If anyone's interested in paying, maybe that's your passion. Maybe that's your passion.
Wait a minute, is that the big moment? She said
I know you need a year.
I needed to come.
Don't do it. I'm just kidding, do it.
I needed to come up with a very original idea. Is that my original idea?
That's pretty original. We come up with a lot of original ideas.
Literally,
I must say,
I'm like,
though.
girl, which one? I said, girl, which one?
It's kind of a lot of them. Yeah. If you guys know us personally, life's been crazy.
You know, us personally, the answer is check in more.
But also, I'm sure when enough time elapses and some questions are answered, we'll share more about certain things. Sometimes things are just too fresh, you know? I don't need to be putting that shit on the internet.
A lot of the time.
Like, why am I saying this on the... Sometimes we release an episode, I'm like, what did I say in
You're
that?
like, why did I say that?
Literally, I'm like, shh, Sam, be quiet. I sound drunk. This is the power of your mind.
The power of chamomile.
I'm so relaxed that I'm drunk. But seriously, anyways, mocktails for the win.
It might be a sober November is all I'm saying.
Hey, maybe. You said Halloween has to happen. I like how you did that. You said, listen, I know Halloween's coming up and I'm gonna drink on Halloween.
I get obliterated. No,
Great.
I'm just kidding. Speaking of my housewarming.
Oh, what about it? Oh, you got obliterated?
I got obliterated. That's what happens when you don't eat all day and then you just drink nothing but alcohol.
You just have some meatballs.
And you have meatballs that taste disgusting or make you sick.
Honestly, it was pretty for being obliterated. Me and Logan were in here talking, and then I realized
where the fuck is
She's literally cooking and like making food. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "Making gyozas." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then
I knew I was too drunk. You know,
but then
you
knocked. Like to just sit. You had to be doing something.
No, like I was too drunk. I needed to eat.
Oh. But even when we sat down to, you said, I feel nauseous.
But that's what I'm saying. And then I was like, I can't do this, but at least they will be fed. You know what I mean?
Dude.
I know it's like very blurry and it's bad. I like browned out a little bit, guys.
It's your house.
But Logan, she didn't show me the video, but
there's a video.
She's telling me about how I remember our part, but like about we were talking about if we never had met through Tori, if we would ever have met, period.
Wait, did I brown out? I don't remember this.
You must have browned out.
No, were we in here opening gifts? What was it? See,
that's where I browned out. I don't remember the place we were in, but apparently I started crying because we kind of came to the conclusion that we said no, like we wouldn't have.
I remember the conversation, but I don't remember like what.
But then I started crying, and then I called Jen on FaceTime.
Okay.
And I asked her the same question and she said no. And then I started crying.
Because of Twitter, right? Oh my god, I remember that. I do.
Anyway.
But I definitely forgot about it. Definitely drunk.
I have a 20-minute video of us playing beer pong.
Who took that?
Me.
You just set
it up. A 20-minute video.
The one we lost?
Yes.
And Jen dipped on you? Was it Jen? That was your partner at first? Who was your partner at
no.
first? Erica. It was Erica.
Oh, it was Erica.
See. Yeah. She only threw like twice though or something.
It was literally the beginning of the game. I was like, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, being obliterated, man. I haven't felt that sick in so long.
Oh, no.
It was so bad. So bad. I was like spinning.
Oof, that's
it's like the
worst.
kind where you're crying, and I literally tried to force myself to throw up, and like that wasn't helping, you know. It was that bad. I think that this is 26.
Bro.
I can't get that drunk anymore. And be
I just don't want to say something and then the next time I drink I get too drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be cautious with my words right now. Like I don't want to say, oh my god, I've never. Don't say that. Don't start a sentence with I've never because the world will say you've never.
Well, let's give it to you did.
So I'm not gonna say anything.
Anyways, drink responsibly.
It's post Halloween. I hope your Halloween was amazing. What did you dress up as? I don't know. I'm just a little curious. I'll see on Instagram, I guess, but I'd like to know because I need inspiration for next year.
We gotta start early.
Wonder what we dressed up as.
I know. What? I feel like we got to do the Pirates idea. We got to come up with. I told Logan we have to come up with something today, because we're gonna be together. It's a group effort. Okay, but also who's part of the group? Katie's part of the group.
Katie won't be here.
Bitch.
She's gonna be in San Diego. I know. It's literally just that. And then Jen, if Jen comes,
Jen won't do it.
Erica wants to.
Erica would do it.
We don't even know what our plans are. That's the issue.
Okay.
See, this is Halloween. This is
Halloween.
girl Halloween.
Girl Halloween. What are we doing? What are we dressing up as? Don't know till the literal 27th.
Check Instagram to see what we did. That's all.
That's all for today. This is kind of chit chatty vibes. I feel like we did touch on a lot of things, but
somehow it connected to the main segment.
Yeah. Somehow. But here we are.
We did it.
Anyway, we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And yeah, that's it.
Bye.